How are you? I'm sorry I'm late with this show, with this episode. I didn't mean to be this tardy with my timeliness of this show. Things have just been really crazy this past week for me. I not only had the holiday, as we all did, Thanksgiving, which I will talk about in a moment, but school and my classes and my professors decided basically all at once. It really feels like there's a conspiracy against me. And of course, I mean that in jest. I don't really believe that, but it feels that way sometimes because all my professors at the same time decided to just like really clamp down on like our group projects that we've been assigned. So I have like 2 group projects going on, 4 projects total that I have to work on. 2 of them being in groups, and one of the group projects, my professor hasn't told us anything, basically, about what we're supposed to do. So like all week, me and my group have been like working on the project and trying to figure out what to do. So we go into the Zoom room where he's in, right? Because he's doing like office hours or whatever. So we go in and we ask him, so like, where do we go from here? We don't know what to do. And he looks at our data because it's a statistical or like data analysis class or some shit. I don't know. And he's just like, oh yeah, you've done this like all wrong. You've done this all wrong. Pull up your very first assignment, like part 1 of your whole project that you turned in like 3 months ago. So we show him and he's like, okay, where's the feedback that I gave you? We're like, what feedback? What do you mean? And he's like, I gave you feedback. Like I gave all the groups feedback. He didn't give us shit, bro. He didn't give us any feedback at all. So like this whole time we've been working like with a premise of our project that wasn't like accurate. It wasn't good. And he graded us badly for that part of the project, but he didn't tell us why he graded us that way, what we needed to fix. So how the fuck were we supposed to know what to do? Right? I don't know, man. So we've been busy with that. And I've been very, very stressed out about that project specifically because we don't even know when we're going to present because that same professor wants to do random drawings every class day to see which group will present instead of just telling groups when they're going to fucking present. He wants to do it randomly every day, which is dumb. That's the stupidest thing ever. Like in theory, it sounds good because it's like, oh, you got to be prepared. You're a college student. But like, bro, people work and this is COVID. Like we're doing this all over Zoom. So like one of my classmates, he has work during this class. And he might have to like take an extended lunch just to fucking do this. And like that might affect his standing at work, kind of. It's just like, dude, like there's a lot of like moving parts here. I don't know if that's really the best idea. Just like doing random shit, but whatever. That's only one part of the things that have been crazy. Another thing is I'm watching a friend's house, which that's where I'm recording this right now. And I kind of fucked up. Like this is all me, you know, this is entirely me. I was all like flustered in the morning a couple mornings ago because I had like things to do during the day. I was trying to like record music and like I was trying to work on that project, and I woke up kind of late and I wanted to get coffee, and I was meeting with that same group I was talking about before. And so I get like in my car, and at the edge of their driveway on the left side, so on the driver's side of the driveway, there's a telephone pole, and the driveway is fairly wide. Okay. It's not a fucking narrow driveway. Like, yeah, you can fit a truck in this driveway easily. Okay. So I'm in the little like fucking geoprism, the thing I drive. And I'm just like really like wired. Well, not wired. I'm just like on edge. There's a better word or a phrase. On edge. I'm on edge because I need my fucking coffee. I'm already running behind in the morning. Like I have things to do. And I need my fucking coffee. So they live on like a main road as well. So there's like traffic always going by. So I was looking to my right, making sure no cars were coming towards me. So when I was backing out, I don't hit somebody, right? So I'm like inching back and I'm looking to my right. Little do I know, I'm going out of the fucking driveway, basically like sideways, not sideways, like diagonally. And not like 100% diagonally, but I'm definitely like, if you were to say I'm horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, I'd definitely fucking be like diagonal. And I swipe the fucking telephone pole and my driver's side mirror just like pops off. It sounded like somebody took a bat to my fucking windshield. I like flinched. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know what was happening. And I just see my driver's side mirror just like shatter and it falls. And I'm just like, oh my fucking God. And this is not a new car. I mean, it's a fucking Geo Prism. It's a 93 model. It was my grandma's old car. I call her Bingo because my grandma would drive that car to and from Bingo. That's like all she did with the car. So it had basically 0 miles on it. Well, okay, not 0. My aunt and uncle used it for a minute. So I had like about 60,000 miles when I got it. Still really good for a 93 model when I got it in like 15. But anyways, they don't make that specific type of like side mirror anymore. Like Toyota doesn't. Geo doesn't exist. And for those of you who don't know, little history lesson, Geo was a joint venture between GM and Toyota. And Geo came out of that joint venture. So they don't make it anymore. So I was like scrambling the other day, just like frantically trying to figure out what the fuck to do, how to fix this thing. I was freaking out. I still had to work on the project. There's other homework that I just didn't touch at all that like I had to do, and I didn't get my coffee, and it was just a terrible day. That was Friday. So that's actually yesterday. Yeah, that was actually yesterday. It feels already like a week ago. But it wasn't. And so today, like I spent all of yesterday like freaking out, trying to de-stress myself, trying to figure out where can I get another one of this same exact side mirror. Well, there's a place called Pick and Pull that my dad has gone to for a lot of years, many years. I've never been. And my dad was like, look, you definitely could go to the Pick and Pull and find one of these like side mirrors for sure. Like, what do you like? Come on. So today I was like, all right, I'm going to the Pick and Pull. I'm going to try to find one of these things. I look online. They have like the same make and model, like a carcass of the same make and model of my car out in Antelope. So I drive out to Antelope, California, beautiful Antelope, California, and go to this Pick and Pull. And this place is oddly serene, man. There's just like rows and rows and rows of just decapitated cars, the carcasses of just like vehicles that people have used over the years that nobody, like models that like people like me drive, right? People that just need somewhere to go. Like we need just commuter cars, you know? We're not trying to fucking fix a fancy ass motherfucking car. We're just trying to get from point A to point B. That's all we give a shit about. That's the type of that's the type of person that goes to fucking Pick and Pull. So I fit in perfectly there. And I was kind of dreading going because like every time my dad goes, he always has some horror story to talk about. You know, some person being a fucking asshole to him, a worker being an asshole. I don't know, just aggressive people. And since it's the day after Black Friday, I was like, okay, maybe I'm going to have to kind of put on my tough face when I go in there, you know, and just like puff my chest out a little bit more just to make sure, because I don't know what to expect. I go in there, it's fine. Like nobody fucking talks to me. Everyone's doing their own thing. And of course, you got to bring your own tools. So I brought my own tools and stuff. And I just went over to the car, fucking took it off. It was the easiest thing ever. I stand Pick and Pull. Pick and Pull is the fucking best place ever. Like, I would love to just walk around there. Like, everyone leaves you alone. Like, there's no one in your way. No one was in my way. I saw like 3 people there the entire time, not including the workers. It was great. I stand Pick and Pull for sure. So I get the mirror. It's the same fucking mirror that I have. I go to the car and I'm like, all right, perfect. So I'm start taking off the bolts, take off the side panel of the car, and I'm like jiggling it kind of to try to like work it out. And all of a sudden the mirror itself, because there's the plastic casing of the mirror, the side mirror, right? And then there's the actual glass. The glass falls out. But it's an automatic one, right? It's an automatic like side mirror. So there's wires that catch it from falling. And I was like, holy shit. So this is broken too. But it's still like serviceable. Like we can still maybe salvage this thing. And I made a decision there. I was like, I'm purchasing it. I don't care. I'm getting it and fuck it. Like for real, fuck this. I'm just going to do it. So I go purchase it. It was like $30. And part of the base of the inside of the mirror that like attaches the plastic casing to the actual mirror so it can like move left and right, up and down, you know, that was snapped basically in half. But it's plastic. So I was like, okay, maybe we can glue it somehow. My dad can help me do it because he's a mechanic. So I call him and I explained to him the situation, how I found, you know, the condition that I found this part in. And it's just silence on the other end. He's like, He's very doubtful that this could work. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Look, I'm going home already. All right. I have to watch my friend's house. I'm not even there today. I'm at home today, basically. I will meet you. I will see you at home and you can take a look and tell me if it works or not, if it will work or not. If not, fuck it. I can get my money back for 30 days at Pick and Pull because we stand Pick and Pull. They're very great people. So I go back to the house and my dad's like, yeah, we can totally like glue this together. So we glued it together and it turned out to be lovely. It was a great day after the initial stressful morning that ensued of me feeling like I had zero time on my hands to do a million tasks. And I guess now I'm in that fuck it mode where I'm like, look, I need to do the podcast. The day is basically over. It's already like 9 p.m. And I have not put out a closing out the week because the past 2 days have been so fucking busy and shitty. I got to do something for the people. I mean, the show is ending at the end of December. I can't just not put out another one, right? So here I am. Sorry about the rant, but it feels, and I feel like everyone kind of feels this way. How many times can I say fucking feel in one sentence? But the feeling that you just have no time. And like, you already are hella busy. You're already so fucking busy with shit. And then all of a sudden, something happens. Like you sideswipe a fucking telephone pole and your like side mirror just bursts into dust. And you're just like, what the fuck happened? And now that's the top of your priority list. When you already have hella shit. You're already hella stressed. It's like, bruh, I can't. And that's what the holiday season is, I'm realizing. That's what it is for adults. It's a constant, just like cycle of just stress and feeling like you're not doing enough for the people you care about or yourself, which you should care about yourself the most, right? And that's how I feel. I'm like, bro, I don't have time for all this shit. And there's like, things just keep piling up. And there's finals around the corner. I have to write an essay next week. I have an exam on Wednesday. I have to present either Monday or Wednesday or the following Monday. Like, I got hella shit to do, bro. Hella shit to do. But I have to fix this fucking mirror when all I can think about is everything else. So it's frustrating. But I feel like a lot of people can relate to that story because that's what this time of year is. And it's funny because a year ago, I did an episode on holidays and like the meaning of holidays and like how Thanksgiving has this really dark history that no one really talks about on Thanksgiving. They only like allude to it. They're like, oh yeah, America did some pretty fucked up things. Who wants turkey, But like, it's just interesting seeing like the years and how they juxtapose against each other through this podcast. Because like last year, it was very, very, very much, I was reflecting on my experiences during the holiday season and how I feel and like what I was learning in school, and this year I'm just like, bro, fuck this shit. I am so tired of this time of year already. I love the cold in terms of like bundling up. I like wearing sweaters and stuff. That's a new thing that I've been kind of trying to adopt. I really much enjoy like sweater weather and all that shit, but I hate how it gets fucking dark hella early and it makes me feel like I'm not productive at all. I hate how the holiday season puts so much like artificial pressure on us as people to give others gifts when most people don't even give a shit about what you give them. Like some people like for sure are like, I want this thing, and if you give this thing to me, cool. You can make an assessment on the type of person that is. I'm not going to do that. You can if you want. But what I'm saying is like, as long as you give somebody a gift that you care about, and you put some sort of effort into purchasing that, like that's good enough. There's a thought there. That thought is what counts, as the cliche goes. But for me, it's like, why am I stressing so much? Because at the end of the day, if they really care for me and my affection for them, they're not going to give a shit really what I give them, as long as it's decent. I give my dad like a shirt every year because he doesn't upgrade his wardrobe ever. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to help this man's out. So I do. And he appreciates it and he wears them. And it's just like, it's a very easy thing. It's like $15, I don't go out and like splurge on my dad. I should. I eventually will once I have money myself. But now's not the time. He knows that. He doesn't hang it over my head. And there's shitty people out there who do hang it over people's heads. And those people add on to the stress of this time of year. And I cannot stand it, because at the end of the day, we all have our own side mirrors that we are dealing with in our lives. You'll be over it. Like, it will get over. The situation will be over at some point. But regardless, you are going through it now. And that fucking sucks. But it will come to an end at some point. Much like for me today, my side mirror story, my side mirror journey came to an end today. Whereas yesterday, it felt like the end of the fucking world. But it's all right, because we're all going through that this time of year. And if anything makes you feel better when you're standing in the Best Buy line because coronavirus has made it so only like 6 people can be in the Best Buy at one time, it's the solidarity in that we all are going through it in our own way. And this year has been fucking shitty for all of us in different ways, but in some cases the same way. And if that doesn't make you feel better, I don't know what else could, because that's what made me feel better today. Realizing that everybody's got problems and I'm just another person. But yet I'm going to keep breathing and everything's going to be fine. It can be very, very, very tough when you're the only person that tells yourself it's going to be fine. Right? So I'm here to tell you that everything's going to be okay. And you will get through whatever you're getting through. Whatever you need to get through. You will do it. I believe in you. Okay? All right. That has been this episode of Closing Out the Week with the Closers Podcast. I thank you for bearing with me and listening to this, even though it's a couple days late. It's going to be out like Saturday night. And if you're listening to this on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or whenever, I appreciate you a lot. Hang in there during this holiday season. Please subscribe to the podcast on YouTube and follow us on Instagram at the Closers Podcast, on Facebook at Closers Podcast. And we will talk to you on Monday. Quinn will talk to you on Monday. We will talk to you on Wednesday for for the Closers Podcast. And we love you very much. We're excited to finish out the Closers podcast strong in the coming weeks. We have some really awesome guests lined up, some of the heavy hitters of this past season. So hope you are excited, because we sure are. Hang in there, everybody. We love you. Take care.